Have you ever stopped to think, what if the very foundation of your family is built on a lie? In every family, there are whispers, sideways glances, and unspoken truths that simmer beneath the surface. But what happens when these secrets become too big to contain? In this video, we'll uncover the explosive nature of family secrets, the role of the chosen one, and the inevitable fallout when the truth finally comes to light. Family secrets are the invisible threads that weave through the tapestry of our lives, often unseen but always felt. These hidden truths can range from the seemingly innocuous to the devastatingly profound. They might be past indiscretions, hidden identities, or long-buried traumas that have shaped the family's trajectory for generations. The weight of these secrets can be crushing, creating an atmosphere of tension and unease that permeates every interaction. Family members may find themselves walking on eggshells, afraid to disturb the delicate balance that keeps their carefully constructed world from crumbling. The psychological toll is immense, leading to anxiety, depression, and a deep-seated sense of disconnection from one's own kin. But why do families keep secrets in the first place? Often it's a misguided attempt at protection, shielding loved ones from painful truths, or preserving an idealized image of the family unit. Sometimes it's shame or fear that drives this secrecy, a desperate bid to maintain social standing or avoid confronting past mistakes. Whatever the reason, these secrets become a cancer, growing and spreading until they threaten to consume everything in their path. The irony is that in trying to protect the family, these secrets often cause far more damage than the truth ever could. They create barriers between family members, fostering distrust and resentment. Children grow up sensing that something is amiss, internalizing the unspoken tensions and carrying them into their own relationships. The cycle of secrecy perpetuates itself, passing from one generation to the next, like a toxic inheritance. As the saying goes, where there's smoke, there's fire, and family secrets often leave telltale traces for those who know where to look. The signs can be subtle at first, easily dismissed as ordinary family quirks or temporary rough patches. But as time goes on, these signals become harder to ignore. One of the most common indicators is sudden, unexplained changes in behavior. A once open and affectionate family member might become withdrawn and guarded. Conversations may abruptly halt when certain topics are broached, or family gatherings might be marked by an undercurrent of tension that no one can quite explain. Pay attention to the unspoken rules that govern family interactions, the subjects that are taboo, the questions that are never asked. Inconsistencies in family narratives are another red flag. Do stories about the past change depending on who's telling them? Are there gaps in the family history that no one seems able or willing to fill? These discrepancies can be like loose threads in a tapestry. Pull on them, and the entire fabric of family lore begins to unravel. Watch for patterns of avoidance or deflection. If certain family members are constantly steering conversations away from specific topics or time periods, it may be a sign that they're guarding a secret. Similarly, excessive secrecy around seemingly mundane matters, like old photo albums or family heirlooms, can be a telling sign that there's more to the story than meets the eye. Physical manifestations of stress and anxiety among family members can also point to hidden truths. Unexplained illnesses, addictive behaviors, or persistent nightmares might be the body's way of processing unspoken traumas or carrying the burden of secrets. In many families, harboring dark secrets, there emerges a figure known as the chosen one, a family member unwittingly selected to bear the weight of the family's hidden truths. This role is rarely a conscious choice, but rather a position thrust upon an individual due to their perceived strength, reliability, or sometimes their vulnerability. The chosen one often finds themselves at the center of the family's emotional vortex, privy to information that others are shielded from. They may be the confidant of the secret keeper, the peacemaker in family conflicts, or the bridge between warring factions. This position comes with an enormous responsibility. They become the guardians of the family's stability, tasked with maintaining the delicate balance that keeps the secret from surfacing. But this role exacts a heavy toll. The chosen one may feel isolated, unable to share their burden with others for fear of betraying the family's trust. They often struggle with conflicting loyalties, torn between their duty to the family and their own moral compass. The pressure to maintain the facade can be overwhelming, leading to chronic stress, anxiety, and a deep sense of loneliness. Moreover, the chosen one may find themselves sacrificing their own needs and desires for the sake of family harmony. Their personal relationships might suffer as they struggle to maintain boundaries between their family's secret world and their own life. The constant vigilance required to keep the secret under wraps can be exhausting, leaving little energy for personal growth or pursuit of happiness. Paradoxically, while the chosen one may be trusted with the family's deepest secrets, they often feel profoundly disconnected from their loved ones. The knowledge they carry creates an invisible barrier, separating them from the very people they're trying to protect. This isolation can lead to resentment as the chosen one grapples with the unfairness of their burden. Family secrets are like ticking time bombs, and sooner or later, they're bound to detonate. The pressure of maintaining the facade gradually builds until it reaches a critical point where containment becomes impossible. But what causes these long-buried truths to finally surface? Often, it's a seemingly innocuous event that sets off the chain reaction. A chance encounter, a slip of the tongue, or an innocent question from a child can be the spark that ignites the powder keg. In today's digital age, the proliferation of DNA testing kits and online ancestry databases has led to many long-held secrets being unexpectedly exposed, revealing hidden parentage or unknown relatives. Sometimes the revelation comes as a result of a family crisis. A serious illness, a death in the family, or a major life transition can shake the foundations of family dynamics, causing long-buried truths to rise to the surface. In moments of high emotion or vulnerability, the carefully constructed walls that have kept the secret contained may suddenly crumble. The generational aspect of family secrets also plays a role in their eventual exposure. As younger family members come of age, they may begin to question the inconsistencies in their family narrative or rebel against the unspoken rules that have governed family interactions. Their fresh perspective and unwillingness to accept the status quo can be the catalyst that brings hidden truths to light. It's important to note that once one secret is revealed, it often leads to a cascade effect. Like pulling a thread on a sweater, one revelation can cause the entire fabric of family lies to unravel. This is because secrets are often interconnected, each one hiding another layer of truth beneath it. The explosion of a family secret is rarely a controlled event. It's messy, chaotic, and often leaves collateral damage in its wake. The longer a secret has been kept, the more devastating its revelation tends to be. Years of lies and omissions suddenly come crashing down, leaving family members reeling and struggling to make sense of their new reality. When a family secret finally comes to light, the initial reaction is often one of shock and disbelief. Family members may experience a range of intense emotions: anger at being deceived, guilt for not uncovering the truth sooner, relief at finally understanding long-standing family dynamics, or profound sadness at the loss of their previous understanding of their family history. In the immediate aftermath, there's often a period of chaos as family members struggle to process the new information and its implications. Long-held beliefs about family relationships, personal identity, and family history may be suddenly thrown into question. This can lead to a sense of disorientation and loss, as if the very ground beneath one's feet has shifted. As the initial shock wears off, family members typically begin to employ various coping mechanisms. Some may retreat into denial, attempting to minimize the impact of the revelation or even refusing to accept it as truth. Others may become angry, lashing out at those they perceive as responsible for the deception. Still others may throw themselves into information-gathering mode, desperately seeking to understand every detail of the long-hidden truth. The revelation of a family secret often leads to a reevaluation of past events and relationships. Memories are re-examined in light of the new information, potentially casting past interactions in a completely different light. This process can be painful but also illuminating, offering new insights into family dynamics and individual behaviors. Rebuilding trust within the family becomes a critical task in the wake of a revealed secret. This process takes time and requires patience, honesty, and often professional help. Family members may need to learn new ways of communicating, breaking down the patterns of secrecy and avoidance that have become ingrained over time. Breaking the cycle of family secrets is a challenging but crucial step towards healing and building healthier family dynamics. It requires courage, compassion, and a commitment to change long-standing patterns of behavior. The first step in addressing family secrets is to create an environment of open communication. This means fostering a family culture where difficult topics can be discussed without fear of judgment or retaliation. It's about creating safe spaces where family members feel comfortable expressing their thoughts, feelings, and concerns. However, it's important to recognize that this process can be overwhelming and emotionally charged. This is where seeking professional help can be invaluable. Family therapists or counselors specializing in family dynamics can provide tools and strategies for navigating these challenging conversations. They can offer a neutral ground where family members can work through their feelings and learn new ways of relating to one another. Addressing family secrets often involves confronting painful truths and acknowledging past hurts. This process can be uncomfortable and even frightening, but it's essential for true healing to occur. It's about moving from a place of shame and fear to one of acceptance and understanding. Creating a safe space for truth and healing is crucial. This might involve establishing ground rules for family discussions, such as agreeing to listen without interruption, avoiding blame, and focusing on feelings rather than accusations. It's about creating an atmosphere where vulnerability is seen as strength, not weakness. Breaking the cycle of family secrets is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process. It requires constant vigilance to avoid falling back into old patterns of secrecy and avoidance. It's about making a daily commitment to honesty, even when it's difficult or uncomfortable. As the dust settles and the initial shock waves of revealed secrets subside, families face the daunting task of moving forward and rebuilding their bonds. This process is not about forgetting the past, but rather about integrating it into a new, more honest family narrative. The first step in moving forward is accepting the past. This means acknowledging the reality of what has happened, including the pain caused by long-held secrets. It's about coming to terms with the fact that the family's history is complex and imperfect, just like the individuals within it. This acceptance doesn't mean condoning harmful actions, but rather recognizing them as part of the family story. Embracing change is crucial in this process. Old dynamics and patterns of interaction that supported the maintenance of secrets must be consciously abandoned. This might mean renegotiating family roles, challenging long-held assumptions, and being open to new ways of relating to one another. It's about creating a new family culture that values transparency and authenticity over the preservation of a false image. Establishing new family dynamics is a collaborative process. It involves open discussions about what kind of family members want to be moving forward. This might include setting new boundaries, creating rituals that support openness and connection, and finding ways to honor the truth while also celebrating the family's resilience. Cultivating resilience is key to rebuilding family bonds. This means developing the ability to bounce back from adversity, to learn from difficult experiences, and to grow stronger as a result. Families can work on building this resilience together, supporting each other through the ups and downs of the healing process. As families rebuild their bonds, it's important to create new, positive memories together. This might involve starting new traditions, taking family trips, or simply spending quality time together, engaged in activities that everyone enjoys. These shared experiences help to create a new family narrative, one based on authenticity and shared joy rather than secrets and fear. Family secrets, no matter how deeply buried, have a way of surfacing, often with explosive consequences. The journey from secrecy to honesty is challenging, but it's a path that leads to stronger, more authentic family bonds. By recognizing the signs of hidden truths, understanding the role of the chosen one, and learning to address and heal from revealed secrets, families can break the cycle of deception and build a foundation of trust and openness.